Yeah. Way up.
Whoa, it's way up with Angela Yee.
Hey.
Everything is right because Mano's here.
Hey.
New Mano.
What's happening?
Happy
Good
Monday.
morning.
I
Happy
feel good
Monday.
today. How you feeling?
Positive vibes and energy. That's what we on.
You got the sunglasses on, you know, the
all
shades.
All that.
You've been all over the place.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have a lot to discuss today. I know we all watched this Mike Tyson fight
Right.
versus Jake Paul. So we have some things and some updates to discuss.
Talk about it.
When it comes to that. I also have Dr. Wendy Osefo joining us from Real Housewives of Potomac. By the way, she also is a distinguished professor at the college where I went, Wesleyan University.
Really?
Yeah, she actually is a
She
professor
came after
there.
you was there, though.
Well, she's teaching there now.
Okay.
Yeah, she just got that distinguished professor title. And on this new season of Real Housewives, you see her actually leaving Johns Hopkins,
And going
where she
over
was a
there.
professor. We don't see her go over there. We just see her resign from that position. But that's what she's been doing, which is exciting.
She's distinguished.
I can see you being a distinguished professor.
I am. I got it in me, baby.
Yeah.
I can do it.
The 304
Chill
professor.
out.
All right.
304, baby.
Well, let's start the show up with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's way up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's way up with Angela Yee.
Way
I'm
up.
here. Mano's here.
Top of the
Man,
morning.
and let's talk about the undercard for the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Right before they came on, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor.
She was throwing blows.
Amanda Serrano got robbed in that. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
A lot of people were disappointed with the judge's
Right.
decision.
She threw more, landed more.
This is their second time fighting.
Right.
And she was also headbutting Amanda Serrano. But she kept it very classy afterward. And at one point, even Serrano's trainer during the fight was like, you know, she's nice, but she fights so dirty. She leads with her head. And that's her best attribute. And all those, the headbutting was so bad, they deducted a point during the fight, but they should have did
From
more.
Taylor, right?
Yeah, from Taylor. And Amanda Serrano with the bleeding going into her
Right,
eye. You know what
right.
that's like when you have a huge open cut and then the
Absolutely.
blood's going in there. It's hard to fight through that, but she
But
still
she
did.
still was going, yeah.
It was like she was stalking
I
her
didn't
in the
see
ring.
the whole fight. I saw those highlights, though. Those highlights was crazy.
Now, did you not see the whole fight because your wife,
Because
the Netflix kept crashing like it
Nah.
did for a lot of people?
I was outside, and by the time I got where I was going, yeah.
Okay, well, I was definitely watching that, and I was so sure Amanda Serrano won, and I saw a lot of people were disappointed.
Yeah, I see a lot of people felt like that.
By that decision, but you know, she also was disappointed. But when you look at that fight, you can see, I mean, Katie Taylor mouth open, looking like she was exhausted, couldn't handle it. But hey, you know, it is what it is. All right, well, who do you guys want to spread some love to? Jamie, who do you want to shine a light on?
Today, I'm shining light on my son. He got his first job.
What's his name?
Yes, he did, Tyson.
Okay.
So he just for his grades as well. He's in basketball, so he's been doing practice. He got his job and going to school. So I'm so proud of him. He's doing really well. And I just want to shine a light on him today to let him know that I love him. He's a great kid.
What grade is he in?
He's in the 11th grade.
Oh, so he about to have some money when he's going to school.
You better know it. Save some out of my pocket.
I know. That's good. And it feels like he wants to work and make his own money. So that's dope.
He's always had it in him, so he's good. He's good.
All right.
I
That's
think he's going
cute.
to be all right.
All right. Well, Jamie, thank you so much for calling. I love that you're so proud of your son and he's doing everything that he needs to be doing to handle. He's going to be taking
Aw,
care
man,
of
Angela,
you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I pray so. I know it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank
you
you,
for always
Jamie.
taking my calls. I appreciate you, Angela.
All right. Take care.
You too, baby. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And we got to start it off talking about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Mike.
Yes, everybody is talking about conversations they had after the fact. So we'll give you some insight as to why the fight looked the way that it did. It's way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to him.
It's way up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
I'm here. Mano's here.
Right.
Yee tea time. I really want to also talk about, I got this package from Sexy Red with all of her lip gloss
Yeah, you know, the
flavors.
names of them
And
is
I want
crazy.
to say the names, but I can't because every single one of them, except for gonorrhea, you can't really say.
you
No,
can't
don't do it, Mano. I don't think we can say none of these.
Wow.
Okay, but anyway, I posted it. Let's get into this fight immediately. Oh man, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It was 2-minute rounds. And Mike Tyson managed to make it through to the end of the fight. But Jake Paul definitely won that fight. And here's what he had to say in the ring about his respect for Mike Tyson.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it.
Whew.
It's time for Mike, man. It's Brooklyn.
Yeah, listen, we definitely give it up for Mike Tyson for making it through. I did, and look, from the beginning, I was like, I want Mike Tyson to win. It would be great, but I don't know I don't believe that's going to happen.
I think we all wanted to wish that,
yeah,
Mike,
it would be
on,
amazing.
Mike, just one good one, knock him out, just for the nostalgic. We all grew up off Mike.
And some people thought this was pre-planned setup, but
I'm not ruling that out either.
But I don't know that he would have won.
No, it don't matter because the win was in getting the bag.
All right. Well, Mike Tyson, when asked in the ring about if he would fight again, here's what he said.
Is this possibly the last time for you?
I don't think so.
You've got more in you. Comes to mind.
Maybe his brother.
I'll kill you, Mike.
I ain't like that. I ain't like that.
That was not necessary.
I ain't like you act like you so good. I didn't like that.
Yeah, he got a little carried away with ish talking. All right. In addition to that, Jake Paul during the post-fight conference talked about how he actually held back during the fight.
At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas?
Definitely a bit. I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
All right. Well, Mike Tyson did land 18 punches out of 97, and Jake Paul landed 78 out of 278.
Right, but they all wasn't power punches, though.
Right, but these are just punches.
The thing is, I'm not ruling out that they all got on the phone and talked this through. So I don't know. I don't know if he really laid off because he was like, all right, you know what? I got it. Let me just, keep tagging him, but I ain't going to try to really hurt him. Or they talked about it before that.
Now, Jake Paul also did say that he would love to fight Gervonta Davis and Conor McGregor. Here's what he said.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. Is there a height limit in boxing?
What about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that, though. He knows.
All right.
Yeah, those fights not going to happen.
Well, how many people watched? 60 million households watched this fight on Netflix, by the way. It peaked at 65 million, according to Netflix. And nearly 50 million homes also tuned in for the co-main event featuring Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. They're going to put out additional viewership stats, including total viewers, early this week. But there were definitely some people having issues. You saw that was trending with outages.
Right.
Mine did keep buffering at a certain point in time. I know a lot of people miss Mike Tyson turning around with his cheeks out.
I didn't see that till it was on the internet.
All right.
Was crazy.
Well, Who Kid, by the way, said that he did have a conversation with Jake Paul, and here's what he said.
Legally, they each cannot go at each other hard. If Mike hits Jake Paul will die. If he went all in. If Jake Paul would hit Mike Tyson, I think because of Mike Tyson's age, he would kill Mike Tyson. So the rules were that they got to chill. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard.
I did see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I did see that Mike couldn't knock him out. He would have been penalized for that.
And he wouldn't have got all his money if it happened.
Right.
Because, Mike Tyson always comes out immediately going hard.
So this is what I'm saying. I think that it was organized.
Well, Magic Johnson posted, just sad, SMH. I cut it off because I couldn't watch anymore. It's sad to see Mike Tyson like this because I went to every Tyson fight. The fight tonight was not great for boxing.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know that it was great for boxing.
I'm not saying it was great for boxing, but
it was
I went to every Tyson fight. Right. I went to every Tyson fight.
Oh, you don't believe that?
No, I'm saying I believe he did, but this is not Mike heyday, in the late 80s and stuff like that. We watched Mike not come back out before on a fight.
Right. And he also has a biting fetish. If you saw, he was biting his glove throughout the fight. And so people were wondering, is his mouthpiece coming out? What's going on? When they asked him, he said it's because he has a biting fixation.
Bite. fight him, Mike.
But who does that during a fight? That feels like a crazy time
I
to
didn't never know he did that. I
have
never
your
seen that.
fixation. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I told you I watched that fight, but I also watched this new series on Netflix that was so good. I stayed up till 6 a.m. finishing it. It's way up.
About last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, Mano is in the building.
I'm in the building, as I
It's
should
way
be.
up, and it's about last night. What'd you do over the weekend?
Hey, listen, last night I threw a surprise dinner for my guy Herbie. It was his
Oh,
birthday.
that's so nice.
And I caught him really well because he thought he was going to his man Ray's birthday dinner.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Ray also. So we set him up. I had shout out to Room 24K because it was private. It was, you had to have a code to get in.
Oh, that's nice.
It was real dope. He thought he thought he was going to somebody else's dinner and walked in. It was his dinner.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to surprise somebody too.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to be surprised. If y'all know somebody planning something, give me a heads up. I pretend to be surprised, but I just need to make sure.
Now we're gonna catch you one day. We're gonna catch you.
I don't want to get caught. So what did I do over the weekend? So I was watching this series on Netflix. When I tell you I started it and I stayed up till 6 a.m. to finish it. It's called Accident. And it's 10 episodes. And it's basically about a birthday party for a kid, right? And then it's a bouncy house. You see this in the trailer, so this is not a giving anything away.
She's giving it away,
No,
y'all.
I'm not. It's in the trailer. But the bouncy house flies away, which leads to 3 of the kids dying. And the whole thing is kind of based on what happens after that tragic accident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that happens, right?
And then I looked it up to see, do bouncy houses actually fly away? Is this a real thing? And it does. I Googled it, and I saw YouTubes and news stories about that happening in other places.
Wow.
And it was like a strong gust of wind. But who is responsible when that happens, right?
You gotta bolt that down, right?
Yeah, you have to bolt it down with stakes in the ground.
Right.
And so, but if you're not anticipating the wind like that, you might not ever think. Because look, you just said it, I said it. Does that ever really happen?
Yeah,
Nobody would really think this is, but imagine, for the parents in that situation whose kids were killed, they want revenge.
Yeah, looking up, seeing your
and they
kids
want
flying away
somebody
is
to
crazy.
blame for being negligent.
Right.
So, if you have a chance to check it out, it's in Mexico. So they do have the voiceover in English. That always sounds funny. All right. Well, that is About Last Night. Now, when we come back on a Monday,
tell us what you
Mano,
did.
you know what you're here for. You know what you're here for. It's Tell Us a Secret. 800-292-5150. It's a no judgment zone. You know what that means?
I'm not judging.
I don't think you
ever
do
judge.
know what it means.
I don't ever judge.
Okay. Well, we're not here to judge you. We just want to hear
I don't
your
judge.
secret.
I'm not a judge.
800-292-5150. Call us up and tell us a secret. It's way up.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
It's way up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
I'm here. Mano's here.
Right.
Getting ready for the holidays. We've been talking about that. And I know holiday time is a lot of secret time. I know a lot of people are bringing somebody home for the first time or being around family. People don't get along with each other. There's going to be all kinds of drama.
Bringing home somebody for the first time. Nice. Mm-hmm. To meet the family.
To meet the family. But now it's time for you guys to tell us your secrets. It's a no judgment zone. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, tell us your secret.
I do cable installs for Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I had a time where I left my wallet at home and I needed kind of gas to get home. So I was at a customer. I was like, hey, can I just cash app you $5 and you could give me the money back? And she said, you don't have to cash me $5. I'll just give you $5 for free. So when she said that, when I have customers that don't tip me, I would just tell them the same thing. Hey, can I cash out you $5? You give me $5 back. Sometimes they'll ask for the cash out, and after the time, they will just say, no, you don't have to cash out me. I'll give you $5. Just to give you $5.
So you're just making an extra $5. So you tip the cable guy?
No, so you run around.
I didn't know you were supposed
money?
to. Are you supposed to? So people are supposed to tip.
You can tip. We accept tips.
So,
But me,
I've
I'm
never heard of that.
If I go extra mile, if you're late and I decide to wait for you, or I do jobs that aren't in my description, I feel I should get a tip for that. But a lot of times I don't.
So if you're doing something extra for somebody,
right?
If you're doing something extra, that's something totally different. But if you come to do your job, you ain't getting nothing from me.
That's fine. Like I said, it's not obligated.
But can he borrow $5 and he'll cash app it back to you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
yeah.
But and look, I just did a deep dive too. It says tips are not required, but they are always appreciated. But some companies don't allow you to tip.
They told us, but I'll take the tip. How are they going to know?
Right, how would they know?
Yo, you taking people money, though. You taking, like, old ladies' money.
I think it's $5.
It's $5.
$5 times what? 100 people. You making money.
I get like 5 to 6 jobs a day.
See,
so.
there you go.
Okay, so that's a nice little extra.
Money.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, not mad at you. Get it how you get it.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Scamming them old ladies.
No problem.
What's up, anonymous caller? How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
We good over here. What's your secret for me and Mano?
All right, my secret is, I got a main nigga, right? But I've been dealing with someone on the side as well.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're a freak.
Who do you like better?
I mean, it's like a mutual feeling for both.
Wow.
Damn, you in love with two dudes.
I am.
Damn.
Does your side guy know that you have a main guy, or does he think it's him?
He knows.
Ooh. You think your man has any idea you've been cheating? Sometimes I could tell.
Yeah, he has some suspicion. He do.
And if he asked you, you would lie?
No, I would tell him. I wouldn't have to keep it a secret. I mean, I did tell him that I liked him.
So you're not going to stop?
Not unless the main trying to give me the same energy that the side is giving.
Ooh, see? The side guy is on it.
That's why I like being a side,
Okay.
It's perks to that.
He's on it. He's like, what you need?
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling and sharing with us.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. That was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can still leave your secret, and we'll hear it during Last Word. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. We'll discuss J. Cole and his podcast. It's let's call it a limited audio series. We'll tell you what that's all about, and we'll give you some teasers on what's going to be happening. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some Yee tea. Now, J. Cole has a new limited audio series, and he'll be recapping his journey to becoming the huge star that he is in hip-hop today. He's also going to share unreleased music on there. That alone is going to bring in the numbers. But he's also been notoriously private. And I know this is not easy for him to be able to reveal a lot of things about himself. But the Inevitable audio series, Jermaine Cole and Ibrahim Hamad, it's a raw and reflective limited audio series. It's an unfiltered voice through his life, career, and personal evolution. Here is that trailer.
In late 2022, Cole, Ebe, and I sat down to record a little conversation. Ebe had found this old laptop in his garage that had all these old demos and unreleased songs and songs that we've come to know and love from Cole. And we started playing them for each other, which conjured up all these amazing memories that they'd shared over the years. So we just started recording, and we kept going for 8 days, tracking the entire arc of Cole's career.
All right, he said on his post, as the years of my career grew, I found myself much more hesitant to share details of my life with the world. Even as I type this, I feel the last little bit of resistance. You sure you want to do this? But if I was a younger version of myself, I know that I would get so much fuel from hearing this from somebody that went for theirs and made it. For that reason, I think it's worth sharing. I like the premise of that.
I like that.
Right, going and finding some old things that you've done, the whole journey, and then being able to talk about it and play some things that you never released is really, really dope. All right, now let's talk about Diddy. He, according to reports and prosecutors, he paid other inmates to access their phone accounts and instructed his family members to post carefully curated messages on social media to try to influence public opinion and to also obstruct justice. That's what federal prosecutors are claiming about Diddy. It's a new court filing that Rolling Stone got their hands on. And they're saying, seemingly to avoid law enforcement monitoring, the defendant uses other inmates to make phone calls to both individuals on the defendant's approved contact list as well as other individuals who are not on that approved contact list. And that is because they do not want him to get out on bail.
Right.
And so that's going to be an issue. It's a new 30-page filing. They're saying that even the situation where his family was posting him for his birthday, all of that was a carefully orchestrated marketing scheme.
How did they get that from that, though?
Well, it says that they have been monitoring his calls.
I understand the calls, but I'm talking about what people were posting for his birthday.
I guess that was a marketing plan on his behalf where he was basically, they're alleging, asking his family members to do that to try to sway opinion. So based on these recordings, they also did allegedly find some paperwork in his cell that, you know, shows that according to these reports that he did pay somebody to say positive things about him. And a lot of people are saying it's Kalina from Dirty Money. And you saw that she did do an interview and did do a post in support of him. So they found a letter. Now, his lawyers are arguing that those notes that were seized from his jail cell are in violation of his 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment rights. And so they're saying those should not be able to be used and they should not be admissible, according to his side of things. I didn't know. Now, listen, I don't know everything, but I felt like phone calls are recorded and people know that.
Right, but they saying that he using other inmates' calls.
But yeah, right. But I'm saying you can't say that's not admissible. And then things that are in your cell can't. I feel like they always do searches and they can take things from you. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know how that can possibly work. But attorneys who are representing him are pushing against the opposition to his bail motion. They said, you know, his recent request to be released on bail should be denied because he is a serious risk of obstruction, danger, and flight. And so, not sure what this is, but come on, you can't just do anything. Especially they monitor and record all of those phone calls, and they're definitely watching MDC now that Diddy is detained there to see what he's doing. They don't want to let him out.
Not at all.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you definitely need to know about them anyway. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's Way Up.
Listen to news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Good morning.
Let's get into these under the radar stories. By the way, MSNBC co-host went to go meet with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago to talk to him. They said it's the first time they've seen him in 7 years in person. And they said we don't see eye to eye on a lot of issues, and we told him so, but we did agree to restart communications and that they feel like this behavior should be a model for others. And so, yeah, people are definitely
So he basically
talking.
pressed them.
I think they went to meet with him because they're a news station. You have to cover what's going on.
So, he like, listen, man, I need better coverage. Stop playing with me.
Now, they said, don't be mistaken. We are not here to defend or normalize Donald Trump. We are here to report on him and to hopefully provide you insights for understanding these deeply unsettling times. But they didn't share a lot of details from what happened with their sit down on Friday. Whew, all right. Now, ex-Detroit Riverfront Conservancy CFO William Smith, he pleaded guilty to wire fraud and money laundering on Friday. They're saying this could end him up in jail for about 20 years. He agreed to pay at least $44.3 million in restitution. He was stealing money from that nonprofit. It occurred over a decade, and it helped support his lavish lifestyle. I mean, this man was at Louis Vuitton. He was buying properties. He was paying $15 million off on Amex bills for himself and his family members. And so now he has admitted that he is guilty of that. They're going to decide his sentence at a hearing scheduled for March 20th. But, yeah, they said he does have some property and things that they have seized of his. Up to $39 million of his assets have been frozen in that federal case, with the exception of up to $3,400 a month from a rental property that they are letting him keep as an allowance. And he does have a temporary restraining order, so he can't sell property under these conditions right now. So that's, that's a bit of, but I mean, this is wild. How do you owe $44.3 million?
Ain't paying it.
Can you imagine this nonprofit was making that much money and he was just...
He was stealing.
Yes, and imagine the good things that could have done for the city. But okay, he's now liable and he's going to have to pay that money back. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. When we come back, we have Dr. Wendy Osefo joining us today from Real Housewives of Potomac. By the way, also a distinguished professor at Wesleyan University where I went to college.
Distinguished.
She has the Dr. Wendy Show as well. And of course, it's a Monday. We got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. And it's a Monday main ovation type of day. That's what I'm feeling. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela
Way
Yee.
Up.
I'm with my guy, Mano.
Go ahead and spill that Yee tea,
Let's
baby.
do it. Tyrese is saying he's ready to do a podcast now. He posted on social media, thinking about doing a podcast. I've been asked for years. I've declined millions. I think I finally have an idea. The money didn't motivate me, so I've declined. I was more so scared of what I might say or do or adjust with cameras rolling. I think I finally have an idea.
Okay.
Why'd you go?
He said he declined millions.
I know, millions.
Millions of dollars or millions of podcasts?
I think dollars. The millions of podcasts is absurd.
Okay.
All right, Beyonce is going to be performing at NFL Christmas Day halftime show in Houston. So that's a big deal for that to be happening on Christmas Day.
Navy don't like it, though.
Why does he not like it?
Yeah, remember what he said? He said that the NFL was being
they're going to be taken away from the
NBA.
From the NBA because everybody watches the NBA. I feel like Christmas Day, well, I guess Thanksgiving Day is really like NFL Day.
They always had games on both days.
Yeah, they do. All right, well, that's going to be in her hometown of Houston, so it kind of makes sense. LaMelo Ball was fined $100,000 for an offensive and derogatory term.
He said no.
No Momo. It rhymes with that. Okay. Here he is shortly after the Hornets win over the Bucks, and he was asked about how the team was defending Giannis Antetokounmpo on the last play of the game, and here's what he said.
Yeah, we loaded up. That's what we wanted.
Loaded up.
No Momo, because that's all I can say. Now, the Hornets coach Charles Lee said that LaMelo Ball was very apologetic, and he is going to have to pay that $100,000. Here's what he said.
He loves everyone, and he's obviously very apologetic. He and I talked about it, and he definitely said, going forward, I want to be better.
Be better. Do better going forward.
No YOLO.
I mean, he just was used to saying it, and saying we loaded up.
Right.
It's like the perfect time.
Pause.
But yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll be allowed to say pause though. I think
you should
that
be able
works.
to say all that. Pause.
Well, I don't know about the other one. I can understand why you can't say that. All right, and congratulations to Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. They revealed that they are getting married. Remember, there were these breakup rumors. Somebody DM'd me like that they have broken up. Turns out that's not true.
I wonder who that was.
Oh, man, here's what they had to say as they confirmed their engagement at the Ebony Power 100 Gala on Sunday.
I heard there was some news that you guys announced. Oh, yeah. We engaged.
Wasn't she just married?
No, first of all,
wasn't she just married?
Has a whole new
all right, but
girlfriend on the red
was she
carpet.
just married?
It
though?
was not just married.
It was like what, a year ago?
I mean, they've been dating since May of 2023.
Okay. Fresh out that relationship in 2022 or something like that.
Well, she finalized her divorce, yes, in June of 2022.
Married again.
And to be clear, the reason why they decided that they wanted to kind of share their news at the gala is where they met 2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
You should go to that gala.
Yeah.
Can we get Mano at Ebony Power 100?
Hey, listen, she's a serial marrier.
What? This is just her second marriage.
Just how many people get? How many marriages a lifetime?
I'm not used to the side of you.
Like how many marriages in one lifetime?
This is just a lot.
I'm just a lot of hate.
Yeah, this is weird. I'm so not used to this side of Mano.
I'm just asking the question.
Because I was shocked when somebody sent me that DM that they had broken up, and I DM'd that said person back. When this engagement was announced,
I don't know what
and
you're
that
talking
said
about.
person
I don't know what you're talking about.
cursed everybody out. All right. Now, Pastor Jamal Bryant did release that Ray J interview. They had a back and forth about this podcast, and Ray J did want the interview pulled, but I guess he had spoken to Pastor Bryant about certain things being edited, but now that interview is out, and here is what Ray J, one part where he discussed having thoughts of suicide.
Is that when you were on the roof in Mexico?
That was when I was on the roof. I thought about suicide a lot, but that was when I attempted it. And I really didn't want to do it, but I really did want to do it. Because it's like when you have a bad dream and then you think it's real, it feels real.
Yeah.
And then you wake up, I be feeling like that life really happened. And so whatever dimension I popped into is where I'm at now.
What?
Yeah. So I had a bad dream last night. So I'm here now with you.
What?
Okay.
What did he say?
What?
Like he had a bad dream, and he woke up. He was in a dimension.
Yeah.
And he wanted to try it, but he didn't want to do it, but he did.
Listen, he was going through a lot, and clearly
Right.
there's reasons he didn't want this interview to air. But it is out, and I don't know what parts they edited out, but there you have it. He also talked a lot about other things as well. He also mentioned Nicki Minaj, and basically talked about his Instagram live session. He said he felt like he was in a dominatrix skit. And that he does respect her marriage, but he thinks about their conversation every day, he said.
What?
All right, Ray J. Well, always praying for you, Ray J. And that is your Yeetie. When we come back, it's a Monday, so it's time for some
Manovation.
Not no more hateration from this side. It's way up.
Listen, yeah.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in the Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
New Mano.
Absolutely.
Ooh, according to Media
Monday.
Takeout, that's a $100,000 ring Megan Good has on. Oh, go ahead. Let's get ready for some Monday
Manovation. We don't care about none of that hateration.
That is some manovation right there for that ring.
But let me tell you though, man. You know they say Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I read somewhere that said that they built bricks and they laid bricks every hour though.
Mm-hmm.
So that means fall in love with not the result, but the grind, the system, the journey. You know what I'm saying? Lay your bricks down. You know what I mean? And don't fall so much, and worry so much about the result. The result is the jury, the cause, the life, the lifestyle that everybody want to live. But in order to get there, you gotta be passionate about laying the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's like, you can't just focus only on the results. See, social media make you think everything is the result because that's all you see.
Right.
You know? But you gotta lay those bricks, man.
You gotta be consistent.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta be committed to the grind.
Mm-hmm.
Commit to the system of it.
Yeah, it's interesting because right now I have so many different things that I've invested in and waiting for stuff to be finished.
That's right.
So financially, it's like a difficult time, but it's also made me have to sacrifice a lot. So what I am trying to do is lay those bricks for later.
Right. So those things become habits, and the habits become your lifestyle.
Right, because sometimes I think people
and that's
also...
how you get to your result.
Some people want to see results immediately.
Yeah,
and
don't work
sometimes
like
you
that.
don't see results from something you're doing until years from now.
Absolutely.
It could be relationships that you have.
Business.
That you're you trying to get something out of a relationship,
That's
but
right.
maybe that is not going to happen until later.
Lay the
You
bricks.
might have an interview somewhere. It doesn't work right then, but
Lay the
then
bricks.
later on... They come back to you because you've stayed consistent and you've kept on growing and they've
That's
seen
right.
your growth. You never
Putting
know.
them bricks down
Yes.
every day, every hour.
Have your patience.
That's right.
Have your patience. And lay those bricks and make sure you lay them right.
Or pipe, I mean.
Okay,
Stop.
all right. Well, you can't
Hey.
say that.
Hey,
all right. Well, anyway, coming back out of Monday Manovation,
Mm-mm.
Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. I'm here with the award-winning, advice-giving, bricklaying Mano. It's way up,
Laying bricks.
800-292-5150. Call us up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with the award-winning, advice-giving
Winning.
New Mano. And it's time for Ask Yee. And we have anonymous person on the line. What's up, anonymous caller?
How you doing? I'm Angela.
Good. How are you? You got a question for me and Mano?
Yeah, I got a question. So there's this guy that I've been kind of seeing for a little bit, and everything's been going good. He is Caucasian. The only problem is that he's not really about the sex thing, and I am. But everything else is pretty much fine. So I'm just wondering, what should I do? Should I continue with it? Or just kind of cut it off?
If I were you, I wouldn't sacrifice my needs because this man just wants to, I feel like you said it's important. He doesn't have sex with you at all?
It's just not his thing.
How many days a week do you require sex?
At least maybe 2.
2 days out the week?
That's not crazy.
Yeah, that's light.
And how often do you guys have sex?
We don't, period.
At
that
all?
is literally not.
So
that literally is not his thing.
Are y'all committed?
Not yet. It's still processing.
So go get you a on the side.
I don't do that. I can't do that.
It might be more going on than what he's telling you too. Have you guys ever had sex?
We tried it once and everything, and basically, he kind of came clean to me. He said, I'm not really about that and everything.
Oh, my God.
And I was
So you just out here just going to waste that good...
Okay. So I think perhaps he's not telling you the full story. How long have y'all been dating?
2-3 months.
Okay, yeah, no. Not to quote a movie, but Get Out. No, I'm kidding. But I just think that if it's only been 2 or 3 months and if you're not willing to be in a relationship where there's no sex, don't do it. I can't.
Right,
I can't do it.
especially if that's not what you really want. Why settle for something that you don't want? You know you want penetration.
What is it about him that you like so much that you were willing
She
to
like his
consider
mind.
it?
Like every other guy that I would talk to, they wouldn't like take me seriously for my interests. They would like, just kind of treat me bad and just make me feel bad. But with him, I feel comfortable. I can be my full self and I ain't got to worry about nothing else.
Okay. Well, he'd be a good friend.
Right. That's a good friend.
Because it feels like you guys are friends. And look, not saying that sex is everything, but it's something.
Right.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You guys can be friends. I do feel like he's not telling you everything, though. He might have some issues.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's trying to appeal to, I'm not all about that. I'm into your mind. And it might be something else going on that he hasn't shared with you.
Maybe he got a chicken nugget.
Oh, gosh.
He has the chicken nugget. That's
Oh,
wild.
he has a nub.
Diabolical.
Okay.
Maybe I should just keep it friend and keep it cool with him.
Yeah, man, and get you somebody that's gonna love on you.
Yeah. Would you be okay with dealing with a little nugget?
I want a relationship. Like I want to be in a relationship where it's like, we can do that and also just be treated right.
Maybe he's embarrassed about his nub, and if you could make him feel more comfortable
maybe it
about
don't
that,
work.
it might be worth a conversation. Look, this is important to me. I don't know if there's more going on here. I don't know if it's about maybe you're self-conscious for whatever reason, but it's hard for him to bring it up. So instead of doing that, he's just avoiding having sex with you all together and concentrating and focusing on your mind and being great in other ways, but not really addressing that part.
Yeah, that is the way to look at it.
All right, good luck.
All right.
I also want some barbecue sauce and a nugget right now.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. It made me hungry. All right. Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back from Real Housewives of Potomac, and this season's a lot going on, we got Dr. Wendy Osefo joining us. And she's also a very distinguished professor. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Dr. Wendy Osefo is here with me today. Welcome.
Thank you. This is long overdue.
Very long, and this is perfect timing, though, right on time.
Yes.
Because you did not tell me
that
you are a distinguished professor at Wesleyan University.
Oh my God!
Where I graduated from.
No, you went to Wesleyan?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that. I will have you as a guest speaker in my class. They would love that.
All right, so let's talk about that. Let's start. Can we lead with that?
Okay.
Because we did watch on Real Housewives of Potomac when you wrote the letter to resign from Johns Hopkins, right? Which was, you said, whew. But that is also a good feeling to say, I'm leaving this situation rather than, the other way around. It's
That's
always
true. There comes a time when you feel like you've occupied a space for a long time and there was nothing left for me to accomplish in that space.
Right.
I knew it like the back of my hand. It wasn't challenging anymore. And I didn't want to just do the mundane and just do like the rigmarole. I want to be challenged. And I also need a break. Real talk.
And Dr. Wendy, I always say that you got to walk away while you're up.
Hello? Way up. Not just up. Way up.
So what did you learn about yourself in the first season? And they'll tell you ahead of time, like, okay, we're going to have you in the scene where you're going to sit down and they're going to say X, Y, and Z about your husband. Right?
I wish they told me. They didn't tell me ahead of time.
They didn't give you no heads up?
No. We do not get a heads up. It's literally bombs are dropped. You don't know if it's coming from the person to your left or the person to your right. That's one thing about it. They can hold on to whatever they have to say and then they'll wait for the right time. And it's like, boom. And
right.
It's like, how you going to react to it? And so, I mean.
What did you have to learn quickly?
I think for me is don't take anything personal. You have to remain true to you. You cannot change. Like, who you are is who you are. And if you don't know who you are, you'll have a million people telling you who you should be. And that's a problem. So stay true to yourself.
Right now, I'm talking to star of Real Housewives of Potomac, Dr. Wendy Osefo. Do you think that people were coming from me as kids? Because she, just from watching these past few episodes and seeing how the topic got brought up about, your kids are watching and you're living here in this building and your husband's here and you got your man here and the kids are in the midst of all of this. And people were weighing in on that. And for you as a mom, but you're in a great relationship, but just seeing her going through that, do you understand where she's coming from, or do you think, no, we were not attacking that, we were just saying be mindful?
When I first heard it, I said to myself, I want to give her the benefit of a doubt, because my thought process is every mother will do everything in their power to protect their kids. However, as the season progressed and actions were taken, I have questions.
Okay.
I don't stand by the things that she does, as you guys will see it play out during this season. That's the honest to God truth. I defended her when we were all at the Hatitude party because I was like, wait, hold up, we're all mothers here. What's going on? I want to give her a benefit of a doubt. But baby, when you start moving a certain type of way, I can't defend that.
I want to say back to that Hatitude party since you brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
When you did that rap, people don't understand the movie.
Oh my God! Thank you.
I'm like, that's from
Coming to America.
And it felt like people thought you just made up some rap about your breasts.
Right, and people were like, oh my God, she's trying to do this.
My name is Wendy, and I'm the best.
All the other, want to fill over. Hello, that's one of the only movies I can probably quote, like, scene to scene. And so I was like, don't you guys watch Coming to America?
Clearly not.
This is a cult classic. Are you kidding me?
It makes you also understand the people you're around. Like, y'all don't know the who don't know that from Coming to America?
They don't. They're not tapped in.
Dr. Wendy Osefo is here. We have a lot more to talk about when we come back. This new season of Real Housewives of Potomac is really, really spicy. But she's also a distinguished professor at Wesleyan University, and she also has her Dr. Wendy show. It's Way Up.
Is what y'all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are talking to the very distinguished Real Housewives of Potomac cast member, Dr. Wendy Osefo. I did want to talk about your 1954 Equity Project as well.
I started the 1954 Equity Project because as an educator, I felt like a lot of times we want to have diversity on campus, but we don't have inclusion. Mm-hmm. We want to fill these quotas and say we have these students of color on our campus, but how do those students of color feel? Do they feel like they're at home? So the 1954 Equity Project provides mentorships and supports for Black students to make sure that they feel okay, any resources they need. It's also for students who are the first one in their families to go to college, because sometimes you don't know what to do because you don't have any advice. So it's just like a resource for students to make sure that not only they survive, we don't want them just to survive, we want them to thrive.
Right.
And that's what the 1954 Equity Project does.
Right now, I'm talking to star of Real Housewives of Potomac, Dr. Wendy Osefo. So now let's talk about your show too, because you have your own talk show.
Yeah.
So you just interviewed Just Hilarious.
I did.
That had a lot of people talking. But that was good, and I think it was positive.
It was positive. I got the interview out maybe like 2 weeks before she delivered, but I really wanted to talk to her about motherhood. I just think it's important to have a conversation with a woman who is a working mother and who, for some would say, the height of her career, decided to get pregnant. And so what is that like? Do you feel any challenges with that? And at the time, she even told me that when she took her current position, she didn't inform them that she was pregnant.
Right.
And I was like, and you don't have to, because a lot of times as women, we have to do certain things because motherhood has a way of being displayed on us.
Right. And it's something men don't have to deal with.
But men don't have to do that.
Imagine like a guy, if he's getting a job, he doesn't have to be
say,
like,
my wife is having a baby in 2 months. That's none of the business. Or my thing that I absolutely hate is they always ask women, can women have it all? But you never say, can men have it all?
Right.
Why are these questions about juggling career and family only posed to women and not to men? So on the Dr. Wendy show, when I interviewed Jess, I just thought it was a very important conversation to have, because you often have that conversation with women after they have children, but this was someone who was in the midst of about to have a child, and I want to see how she was viewing her career from that lens.
Well, we'll definitely be watching, you know, everything that you have going, and I'm so glad that you made it up here finally, because I know this is something that we've been wanting to do, and I definitely want to come and do your show too at some point.
Yes. Let's not talk about that.
Friends with my girl Jasmine.
I love
Jasmine.
Jasmine was at my 40th birthday party. You sure came with her.
I wasn't invited, but I did see the pictures.
Okay, all right, we'll run it back.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. It was definitely a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. I gotta come back.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word.
Got the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano is here.
Little
Mano! What a great way to start our Monday.
A little man over there shine.
With a little Monday motivation, laying bricks. But yes, we appreciate y'all so much for joining us. We also appreciate Dr. Wendy Osefo from Real Housewives of Potomac for joining us. I would definitely take her reality TV course. Imagine being in college and Dr. Wendy is your professor. That's really dope. Shout out to Wesleyan University for that. But anyway, you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I'm going to record lip service today. What are you doing?
It's about time for me to make my debut.
We keep asking you,
Word,
but I know you
like,
got things going on.
I got to pop back up.
Yeah, pop up on us. You know what it is.
Viral.
You know what it is.
Tell me you love me so we can go viral.
All right, and you guys, this is your show, so you have the last word.
My secret is my daughter is really my sister. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do after that, but that's my secret.
I want to shine light on my daughter. Her name is Kermay. She turned 28 today, and that's my firstborn, and I just want to shine the light on her today and tell her to have the happiest birthday ever. You guys are the best. Thank y'all. Y'all make my morning, man.
It's showtime. Yeah, I'm about to tear it up. You tapped in and way up with Angela Yee.
I want it now, ow.